Everyone. I assume you're all excellent. Hello, Kajal. Hello, Alessandra. And hello, Scott.
Yes, we are. We assume you are too.
Yes, I very much am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Okay. Okay. So, with of a trillionaire and a billionaire. And one of the things I want us to look at today is how in this level of results or in order to have this particular state of mind, you can't occupy a state of mind that's excludes it, which is excuses. Okay, they don't go hand in hand. So of course, and there is a particular kind of excuse that I'm actually going to come to, and of course, encourage you to dismiss completely. But a billionaire doesn't have excuses in his mind of why he is not a billionaire. That's precisely how he is a billionaire, right? And a trillionaire could possibly not have an excuse in his mind of why he is yet to be a trillionaire. And clearly, that's actually what leads to being a trillionaire. So the excuses that a person has is like the story they're telling themselves to maintain a state they're familiar with rather than to switch into a state they might be unfamiliar with. Okay? I'll repeat that. The excuses people have earned just stories. And by the way, storytelling is a powerful use of imagination. So in other words, to have excuses is to actually be imagining, except what are you imagining? And then the answer is, oh, imagining not having the results that is desired by accepting that I'm actually tethered to the experience that I do not like. That's what an excuse pretty much is. Now, billionaires don't have it, trillionaires don't have it. And those who have it definitely don't have the result because you can have an excuse when you have a result. You could only have celebrations, you can only have acknowledgement, you could only have a thrill of satisfaction, but not excuses when you have results. So, in particular, what particular excuse is it that I said trillionaires and billionaires, in fact, don't have? The excuse that pertains to their personality. Some people change who they are and they are billionaires, right? In the process of being billionaires, they change their personalities. Like they change the way they think, the way they feel, how they operate. Okay. Some people don't ever change their personality. They don't ever change the way they think, what they do, how they typically act or behave in different scenarios. They don't ever at all actually change it. Yet they are trillionaires, they are billionaires. So the lesson is, oh, by the way, before we get into the lesson, so that we can see the contrast. But on the other hand, there are some people who go, oh, well, this is who I am. So I can't be a billionaire because this is who I am. Because I'm a person who doesn't deal in unethical things, because I don't like to be outgoing and I'm shy and like to just stay in my little reserved space and so on and so forth. But well, what is that but an excuse? Well, it's an excuse. And the excuse is made based on the personality. Like, sure, my personality is XYZ. So I am legitimately um, an owner of the excuse ABC that I cannot have this outcome. But again, it's only an excuse. And some people, in fact, do all that they can in their life to change. Okay. And that's what they make their priority. I have to change who I am. That's why I've not been a billionaire because I am still changing who I am because I haven't yet changed it. But again, that's just an excuse. From this contrast, which is also present in many other similar contrasts, you'll notice that a person has an excuse when they can go, it's because of X that I don't have Y. Whereas there are people who have X and Y. Whereas there are people who don't have X, but they still have Y. And there are people who have uh, X, but don't actually have Y, right? So which means you can't say, oh, it's because I'm in pursuit of X that I haven't got Y. In this case, because I want to change who I am, that's why I don't have the result yet. No, there are actually people who don't change who they are and they have the result of being billionaires. There are people who change who they are, who change the way they be, the way they live, and they are billionaires. And there are people who um, absolutely change who they are and they earn billionaires, as well as people who don't change who they are and of course are not billionaires. So that is definitely not the cause. If you can find the the slightest chance that this thing exists without the outcome being there, then it is not the cause. In this case, oh, just to change who I am. But yeah, that doesn't imply that the outcome is there. So it's not the cause. In other words, stop having the excuse, and especially the personality excuse, that it's because of who I am that I am not a billionaire yet. Right? It's because of how I am that I am not a billionaire yet. Do not have a personality excuse anymore. Okay? Or it's because I'm still busy trying to change myself that I don't have billions yet. It's a personality excuse. So take it away. All right. It's because, well, becoming a trillionaire requires that I change the way I act, the things I do. I change my habit. I change my work. I change my life. I change my partner. No, it's just what? An excuse. And the moment that you begin to shift your assumption and actually believe that you are already a billionaire, all of those excuses will fade away. Do you understand this? It's a simple lesson, but it's also a really powerful lesson. And it just says you cannot have excuses. Billionaires don't. Some become more of the kind of person they've been. Some become totally different persons, but some don't even change at all. Just the same kind of person they used to be, right? But that is not the cause. So you don't have to try to look for, okay, I've got to change the kind of person I am, or to go, okay, I've got to be the same kind of person, or to go, okay, it's because I changed who I am that I have not become a billionaire. No, have no excuses, especially none in that manner, none in that regard. So what is the thing that billionaires have anyway, if they don't have excuses? Well, they have the concept of having billions. What is that trillionaires have anyway when they don't have excuses? Well, they have the concept of having trillions. Say if it's interesting to note that the moment you quit the sense of excuses in your mind completely, in that moment, you recognize that you just want to have this thing, the actual result, the outcome, whether you have the personality of this person or you don't have the personality of that person. And often you will find that billionaires actually vary in personality primarily because of that. In other words, you'll find that billionaires are not people who try to copy someone else's system or method or mode of making money. They kind of do a thing of their own. I'm not saying that you've got to also use that as an excuse and go, I'm trying to look for a thing of my own to do and I'm looking for it, but I haven't found it. No. Okay. I'm saying that you'll find it demonstrated in them. It seems the only thing they really care about is to just simply be successful, be the greatest, and have trillions. That is, bottom line, if you reduce everything else, you'll find that that's just the thing. They have that identity, that concept within their consciousness. And that, of course, projects itself into fact in their lives. Okay? So, what the billionaires have, the concept that they are billionaires. What the trillionaires have, the concept that they are trillionaires. That's all. No, no further thing. No, okay, I need a business to do that. No, no, okay, I need a great idea to do that. I mean, I posted on that yesterday. Okay, billionaires don't wait for ideas. All right. There's a book, Think and Grow Rich, which promoted the, which no, it didn't promote the idea. It got read as promoting the idea that if you want to be rich, you're going to have the idea that will make you a millionaire, a multimillionaire, a billionaire. Like the idea will come to you. You will manifest the idea. You receive it from the universe or whatever. You attract it, but that's not necessarily how it works. And in merits to the book, you could read a book and bring different sense out of it. Okay, different meanings out of it. And if you were to read that book from the perspective that you are actually a billionaire or a trillionaire, the only meaning you would draw out of that is that the idea itself is the idea of having billions or the idea of having trillions, the idea of using it, the idea of living in it, of enjoying it. That's what you bring out. The very idea when you dream and you persist in that dream. But a lot of people take it to mean that the idea is going to give you some amazing idea that will give you a breakthrough. But many people actually have ideas without breakthroughs because they just don't imagine the outcome that would compel breakthroughs to happen. Think of it that way. You were to imagine the state of consciousness that will compel the results to happen. So if you want to have billions and you start imagining that you actually have billions. Now, will that compel you to go through a series of experiences that will make you receive billions, that will make you own billions in your account? Yes, it will. That's what you imagine. That's how it works. That's how you use your imagination. So no personality excuses anymore. Okay, let me see. I think there are some things in the chat here. Okay, yeah, well, from Scott, we have, yes, think and grow riches as you said. All right, good. Thank you. And then Scott says, yes, it really goes with what I was imagining. I was used to conditions that ruled me. There were no conditions or pre-existing conditions. Those are excuses too. Conditions, yes, they all are including, oh, it's because I had been imagining conditions that I don't have it now. See, you'd be more interested in what you are saying now than in what you have said. Okay? If you are interested in what you have said, you're losing sight that you're saying something now. And in fact, more importantly, that what you're saying now is again a repetition of what you have said, which you don't want to say anymore. Okay. So be more interested in what you're saying now than in what you have said. Be more interested in how you're assuming now than in how you've assumed. And remember this. For trillionaires, there are no personality excuses. Maybe I'm this kind of person. Maybe I'm that kind of person. Maybe I'm introverted. Maybe I'm extrovert. Are there introvert billionaires? Yes. Are there extrovert billionaires? Yes. Are there billionaires who love being being the spectacle? Okay. Who love being, uh, on the, there is a word I'm looking for here, but who love being the spectacle? Are there billionaires who love that? Who love being like hot
Spotlight.
spots? Yeah,
Spotlight.
spotlights. Thank you. Who love being in the spotlight? Yes, there are. But there are also billionaires who do not want it, who actually don't put themselves in the spotlight. And in fact, who go as far as to pay money. And they even, they even take joy in doing that. They're like, yeah, I pay $100 million every year to make sure that nothing, no trace of me anywhere in the world on the spotlight. I don't want anyone to know. They actually go on and go, yeah, I pay. Someone else is paying the same $100 million to actually put himself on the spotlight. Like, hey, you know what? I bought the newspapers, I bought the this, I bought the that, so I could be on the spotlight. And another person goes, oh, you know what? I actually pay them, I pay this, I pay those, keep your mouth quiet. Do not post this. Do not post that there. Do not even mention me at all. Funny, right? But the two of them are actually billionaires. So what's a personality excuse got to do with it? Oh, it's because I'm an introvert. If only I were an extrovert, I would have billions. No, I rather make up your mind. It's a radical change of mind, a radical change of attitude. Meaning, you just rather go, okay, I am an introvert. I don't know that introverts could be billionaires or not, but I am gonna be a billionaire anyway. I am extroverted, but I'm gonna be a billionaire anyway. And if you like, you can go, well, I'm ambivert. Who cares? Just be a billionaire anyway. All right? So, no more personality excuses. Just having the concepts. That's it. Bottom line. A radical change of inner speech. Yes, Scott, that's correct. So I'll see you all tomorrow. And until then, bye 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 bye.
Thank you.